thing to work. I don't even know if my microphone's working, so if I'm having issues on the audio, someone's got to let me know. Man, this was a hassle just trying to get this up and running tonight. So just waiting for anybody who wants to show up and talk mushrooms, talk MYCOFEST, and talk art classes. I'm actually outside of Craftwork Studios in downtown Johnstown. You can see Craftwork Studios is right here. Just parked out in front. We're out here at the gazebo. Downtown Johnstown, baby. Tell you what, I'll walk around for a minute, see if we can get a few people on board with us. So, hey, we got one person here. Good evening, whoever it is. Please state your name or leave a comment so I can see who it is. But welcome. We're going to be talking mushrooms. I'm going to be talking MYCOFEST, our festival coming up in a couple of weeks, and some art classes here. I'm outside of Craftwork Studios in downtown Johnstown at the gazebo, as I just stated. Okay, who do we got tonight? Shroom Day. Hey, there he is. Good evening. Of course it's you. I should have known. I'm going to be surprised if you're not the first one on my live feeds. I actually, was it you that had a... No, it was somebody else. Another person I met at MYCOFEST, I think, who was doing a live feed, and I wanted to jump on, but I was working. But it is cool when people I know hop on my live. Anyway, we're waiting for a few people to show up possibly, but until then, we can talk. We can chat MYCOFEST. We can talk mushrooms, and we can talk art classes. So this is what I've got. I know if you're on my Instagram, you've already seen this, but I like to do chalk marker art on the side of my Suburban. And I thought, well, what is more fitting for MYCOFEST than to have the founder of MYCOFEST on the side of my truck? So here we go. Oh, there you go. You just happened to be checking your notifications and it said, that's awesome. Thank you. That looks killer, he said. I mean, took me like 2 hours to do the shading on his upper lip. And if you know the reference, you know I'm just playing. I actually use a fine tip chalk marker. You can buy them at Walmart. I've tried the wide, the medium. Fine tip seems to be the best. Some of the bigger ones seem to bleed more, makes it hard to work with. But this, I just start sketching, and sometimes I'll let it harden on white, and I'll scratch off to create some of the black. But most of the black, I actually just color around. And I'll have like a picture on my phone that I'm looking at. I'll look at the picture, then look up here, look at the picture, look up here, and just constantly work it back and forth until it looks right. And if it doesn't, I can wipe it off and start again. So I'm not a tattoo artist, guys, because you can't erase that. But are you going to MYCOFEST? I can't remember if you said you were going to MYCOFEST or not. Of course you are. You were in that Zoom call, I think. That was you. Let me not forget. If anybody on here jumps on here is going to MYCOFEST, how far is MYCOFEST from your location? I've got about a 1.5 hour drive, not too shabby. 2 hours, maybe, depending on where I'm coming from. I'm all over the place here in like, I don't know if you call this southern western PA, but I'm in between the Indiana, Johnstown, Latrobe area, we'll say, is where I'm kind of floating around. I have 2 jobs I'm working, plus a base up in Blairsville, plus we got the studio here in Johnstown. So I'm hopping all over like 3 different counties on a regular. But it's about an 1.5 hour drive for me. How about y'all? Oh, I got to keep, man, you guys are commenting. You're commenting on here and it's not popping up. I have to scroll or I don't see these comments. Oh yeah, of course you're going. You're volunteering. That's right. Oh my goodness. You got a little over 5 hours. You're dedicated. You are dedicated. The furthest I've gone to MYCOFEST from where I was would have been Tamaqua, when it was near the Poconos and such. Eastern PA. They had it in Tamaqua a couple of years ago, and I liked that venue and everything, but that was a little bit of a drive. Shoot, even that wasn't much over an hour and a half, though, from where I was in Lewisburg. My very first MYCOFEST was kind of serendipitous. I was having my own foray event in Pine Grove Furnace State Park, and then I was filming a video, a 2-minute mushroom hunt video. I want to do some more 2-minute mushroom hunt videos, by the way. And if you don't know what that is, I was making some videos back on Facebook. I wasn't even putting them on YouTube, but I was making these videos where I'd have the camera low to the ground, mushroom height, almost like a drone flying, and I'd walk or jog the camera through one mushroom after another. If I had I'm out in the woods and I found maybe a dozen different species of mushrooms within, a decent range, not too far away, I'd be a choreographer to my own videos and create a path of how I wanted to film it in advance, and I'd practice it. And if I didn't like how it recorded, I'd start over again. And some of those videos would take me like 4 hours to do, to get a 2-minute video clip of as many mushrooms as I could catch. And I want to do those again. I'll put them on YouTube. But it's been a crummy mushroom hunting season here, kind of a drought and such. And I've been working like a madman. So that's been on a back burner of doing anything of that sort. You've been looking for a suburban door handle? Oh my goodness, I wouldn't even worry about it, brother. It actually still works. Check this out. If I push down, it's open. So it does open and close. Just missing the little aesthetics. This one, all right, no one's breaking into this truck unless they know how to open this thing. So not only is the door handle missing from a drive through the mountains, but I was door dashing over a year ago now, I think it was, when this happened. This was back in Lewisburg, downtown Lewisburg. I was parked by All Star Bagels. I ran inside, grabbed the order. A couple minutes later, I come out and my door is wide open, right out in the road. I'm parked on the side of the road, similar like this, but the other side. And the door's just wide open into the street and smashed right here, just smashed. Apparently, I must not have shut the door tight when I ran inside to get the order. So I don't know if somebody came by and clipped it, but they shoved the door forward. It actually shoved the whole hinge forward. So now it's binding here. And that's just from... Sorry, man. I'm filming right now. Pardon me. In this back part, there, now you can see the gap. About a 1/2-inch gap. It got shoved forward. Still works though. But you got to insert finger here. Reach the pinky over and grab the door, and you're in. Gotta love it. All right, let me catch up on these comments. I forgot what we were talking about. We were talking about MYCOFEST, Tamaqua or something. Hey, can you hear me okay? I'm holding a microphone while holding the phone too. So I don't know if the sound quality is decent. Was that 3 years ago? My first year was about six and a half hours away. Oh, so it was 3 years ago was my first MYCOFEST. Okay, this is what we were talking about. Let me get back on track. Got sidetracked talking about my door handles and stuff. But First MyCOFEST I attended, I think, was 3 years ago. This is my fourth MyCOFEST. The first one was at that Emporium. It might have been Camp Hill. Don't quote me. I can't remember exactly. Welcome. There's a second person on board. Go ahead and comment so I know who's here. I'd love to acknowledge your presence. We're just talking MyCOFEST. I've been to 4 MyCOFESts out of the 10. This is going to be the 10th annual. So I would have been at the 6th annual at this crazy Emporium. The place was closed, but the property was hosting the event. And it all started. I'll give a shout out to somebody from Indiana who was following my Facebook page, Myco friend. Oh my goodness, don't let me forget the name. What's her name? Forgive me. She's gonna watch this video and be upset that I didn't remember her name, but she said, she messaged me and said, "Hey, you're not too far away from Alan Rockefeller, famed mycologist, naturalist, citizen scientist in the myco community. We know who Alan Rockefeller is, but he was at MyCOFEST, and she said, you're only a couple hours away, not even, or whatever she said to me, but she acknowledged that I was nearby. I should go see him. I didn't realize I was going to be passing, basically on my way home. I was going to be coming that way anyway. I'm like, I should go through there. Well, I ended up rolling up on it, and it was like a whole lot of things going on. It was, getting to be later in the afternoon, and I kind of visited, walked around and stuff, but it wasn't mine. Oh, actually, correction. It might not have been Saturday, because I don't think I was there 2 days in a row. I think I only came Sunday. Or maybe I was wandering around Saturday, and because I didn't have a ticket, I didn't camp there. I kind of crashed. I just showed up. Didn't even know there was an event, didn't pay or anything. Walked around. I can't remember if I showed up for 2 days or just the Sunday, but either way. It left an indelible mark in my soul. I said, I got to come back next year. And that's when they moved it to Tamaqua. And then the third year was at Center Hall, and that's where it's at this year again. They came back to Center Hall, PA. So, sorry, I'm not reading comments. Getting to rambling here, talking about MyCOFEST. All right, I want to catch up on our comments here. It's been pretty dry here this year, up in New York, right? I believe that's where you're at. It's been tough for mushroom hunting here in upstate New York. Yeah, there you are. At least in my area anyway. You sound great here. Thank you. This will be my third year attending. Awesome. So I may have met you at Tamaqua then originally. Maybe we crossed paths. I probably was loud and obnoxious at times, so people don't miss me and my chin beard. All right, where were we comment-wise? His presentation was cut short by a hurricane. Oh, I got to see Alan speak last year before the storm came. Yeah, that storm was wild. I remember that. It really is a magical experience. Yeah, I agree. I mean, oops, dropping the mic. So I share this. We can get a little personal. That's what live is, right? We get to talk personal. I used to be Baptist. I used to come from a very strict fundamentalist movement where, we were heavily involved in church. It was life. It was multiple days a week, twice on Sunday, we'll say. But leaving that leaves you without a community, because that is your world. That's your bubble you're in. You don't have community outside of that. So finding a community in the mushroom world, the mushroom kingdom, I have my community. I have people that understand, they get it. They're weird like me. They understand the beauty of nature, how we're tied to nature. We are nature. And the folks at MYCOFEST, you know, accepting a crazy guy like me, you know, I appreciate that. And I've got friends that I've met at MYCOFEST that are, you know, friends to this day, all year round. Many I can't keep in contact with because they're out of state, or we live our lives, and it's difficult. But that makes the MYCOFEST experience even more, like, I don't know what the word is. Like, we got to get there. It's more compelling to come back, is because it's been a whole dang year since I've seen you guys. And the memories and the connections, the community. So yeah, I can't wait. I mean, heck, I got it plastered on the side of my truck a couple weeks in advance. Am I excited? Maybe. I've been looking here. I'm reading your comment here. I've been looking forward to this event since I started pulling away last year. Everyone there is absolutely beautiful. Yes, sir. It's worth the 5-hour trip for me. I understand. Yeah. And if he ever moves MYCOFEST out of PA, I'll be bumming. But I'll still try to find a way to show up. So, hey, we got a lurker. There's a second person watching. I don't even know who it is, but hello. I mean, you're only helping by being on the channel, so I do appreciate you. But you're allowed to say something, holler out at us, say hello. If you're one of the myco nerds like we are, the mushroom weirdos, call this roll call. Who's out there? But hey, I'm outside of Craftwork Studios. Let me give you a little closer shot, guys. This is downtown Johnstown. It's kind of got a big square, little park in the middle of the downtown area, and just up the corner, one block, is Stonebridge Brewing Company. Stonebridge, baby. Let's see. There we are right here. Zoom in on that. They are about a block and a half away. That's Becca, the chef up there. They get mushrooms from up at Oak Haven Mushrooms. Shout out to Diana Baca up there in Blairsville. So there, we got connections. I need to get over there and enjoy some of their Southwest tacos with Diana's mushrooms put in that. Last time I went there and had that, and they were amazing. But anyway, now I just got sidetracked. Anyway, Craftwork Studios here. Downtown Johnstown. They got the Right Cup coffee shop on this first floor, and then it goes up half step. They've got multiple different studio areas designated to different crafts. And I have the honor and privilege of getting to be a part of it with an actual rented space of my own in there, where I have laminar flow. We got a mushroom lab up there. So I said I wanted to talk MYCOFEST mushrooms and art classes. Particularly with mushrooms, I wanted to talk about cordyceps, some things I've been reading, and I'm going to do a video. My next mushroom chem video is going to be cordyceps related, as a little teaser for y'all. Just read some information about cordyceps, stuff that's, like, we all know about the benefits it has to, like, our what do we want to say? Endurance? Like our cardiovascular? Not so much cardiovascular, but like our metabolism and energy production. As the molecule cordycepin goes by another name, it's also called deoxyadenosine. So it's an adenosine molecule in a sense without this oxygen group, or I suppose. So being close to adenosine, it does affect adenosine in our bodies in some ways. And I'm not exploring that in the video, because that's kind of how everybody who's into the cordyceps world, they understand it to help with energy. But the video I want to make deals with cordycepin's application with something else. And that's all I'm going to say until we get to that video. So I'll do the video, I'll have it be like a premiere. It'll air at a certain time, and then we'll go live right afterwards, and we'll talk about the video. And that formula there, like we did last time, is how I want to go forward with these mushroom chemistry videos. And Shroom Day, or anybody else jumping on here, if you want to comment, what day of the week would be the day of the week that you'd sit down, crack a C4, coffee, beer, or whatever your beverage of choice might be, and want to watch these videos and go live right after? Is the idea of doing them on like a Saturday? I feel like Saturdays are busy. People have their lives. Or do we want to do them midweek when things are kind of slower? That's what I would imagine, like on a Tuesday night or a Thursday night like tonight, where you watch the video and then immediately afterwards we go live and we actually chat about what we just watched. I think that would be pretty fun. So yeah, leave your ideas, your thoughts on that. And then also with the mushroom lab up in there, second floor up there somewhere, but with the mushroom lab coming up, we're going to be doing some mushroom grow videos, cultivation videos in the future here soon. I'm not trying to give Cricket free advertising, but that's what happens when you go live. How about we flip the camera? Or how about I go in front of the camera? Can we do that? Now you can actually see me. There we go. I'll just talk into a camera lens and hold the mic like this. But I have to go back behind the camera and read comments occasionally. But I do want to say, with the mushroom lab up here, mushroom videos coming, mushroom cultivation videos coming. Would you believe the vast majority of the subscribers on my channel, they subscribe because they watched mushroom cultivation or mushroom grow tent videos on my channel. That's where most of my subscribers came from. So that being said, I feel like I owe them. They jumping on board to my channel. I owe them some more mushroom cultivation videos. And this is how I want to kind of spin it, because I don't think anybody's doing this. But being Pennsylvania's favorite rock star mushroom hunter, we want to do me going in the woods, finding wild mushrooms that I can attempt to clone and see if I can cultivate them, right? And then through the process of doing the filming and things like that, maybe I do something like, I want to do a live where I'm working with the mushrooms, but there's rock music playing. We're jamming out, almost like I'm a DJ for the night. Maybe do like a 2-hour thing. Maybe we do it twice a month where we go, it's me in the lab, but it's also me with the music playlist and giving you guys my fun facts like I do about the music. And we have themes so you guys can sit back, you can relax and watch the show, enjoy. You don't even have to necessarily watch. You can just listen because it'll be music being played and me in the lab. And then every now and again, I'll take a break, talk about what I'm doing, talk about the music that I chose for the night. But I want to have something that's like a live musical mushroom show that you can tune into, do it 2 hours, maybe twice a month on YouTube. So that's kind of something that's been on a back burner that I'm trying to move to a front burner here. And thirdly, with Craftwork Studios, in addition to my own mushroom lab, they've got art studios up there. And one of these times I'm going to go live inside the building so you guys can see what's going on in there. Give them a free plug too. But they've got an art studio in there, and I'm filling out an application to host, to be the art teacher and do art classes, mushroom themed. So folks, whether they're members or not, they'll be able to come, pay a little fee and spend. We're going to have 2-hour art classes where folks can come out and learn different art styles with me, watch Mr. Jeff, whether we're doing painting, sketching, sculpting, this and that, but it'll be all mushroom themed. And of course, I might pick a mushroom of the day that we paint, such as one I pulled out of the woods, and I bring it to class and we all get to paint it or something. Or maybe I find a variety of mushrooms, all the same species, I bring into class and I ask everybody to paint the mushroom, not actually paint it on paper, but to decorate the mushroom. Different things we can do with that. But the idea is bringing people together with the mushrooms as the theme, and bring the art, bring a little Bob Ross of the mushroom world to y'all. So I don't have to keep doing my art on my truck. No, I'll keep doing my art on my truck though. That's always fun. But I've got some crazy ideas. If you're on my Instagram, and I know some of you are, but if you're on my Instagram, you've seen some of the artwork I put up. That's just teaser for what's in store. So we want to do some art classes, maybe do those twice a month, August, September, October. I don't know. If it becomes popular, we'll just keep it going. I mean, just imagine. Remember 9th grade art class in school? That was probably, the folks' favorite class other than study hall, where you could hang out with your friends, work on your art projects. And if you had a cool art teacher, they were playing music for y'all. We're going to be doing something like that, but it'll be adults. It'll be adults hanging out, talking mushrooms, jamming out to music and doing mushroom art. So mushroom art class is coming up. Mushroom cultivation videos for the YouTube channel coming up for you guys. And, I got to shout out another YouTuber he's got a massive mushroom channel. That's Philly Golden Teacher. If you're not on Philly Golden Teacher's channel, go find him out. I actually got to interview him, and I chatted with him since the interview because I was working on the video to upload it to the channel. I had this great interview video for my channel with him, and it just wasn't working out. I could not edit it right for the life of me, and the amount of hours I was putting in and the return on investment was not there. So I gave up on it. I said, we're going to redo this, and he's coming to MYCOFEST, he said. So I'm going to actually have to kidnap him, take him in the woods, and we'll redo our interview. And actually this time it'll be better because I think I can throw some better questions his way, especially with my channel wanting to do some cultivation type stuff too. I'm excited to get in touch with Philly Golden Teacher at MYCOFEST again. And also, this is another shout out. Speaking of videos that never came to fruition, I still have the footage. Shout out to Buffed Cordyceps out of Hummelstown, PA. I went down there and interviewed them and got to see a whole tour of their facility. This is a Cordyceps operation they've got going on. And they've got it locked in, dialed in genetically. The way their grow tents are set up, everything is just regimented beautifully. And I've got the footage, and I need to have it edited and make a video of it. So that's still happening. It's just not going to be me doing the editing. I realize that I can't be doing everything. I can do the art, I can do the music, I can do the mushrooms, but someone's got to do the video editing for me. So until I can get some video editing done, I'm going to be high energy, low budget with my videos. So tell you what, I got to flip the phone back around so I can read any new comments. And we might hop off this live soon because I think I said everything I needed to say. Go back and watch the video if you missed something, if you're jumping on here. Okay, let me read. Where are we here? I pray he doesn't take it to Cali. Oh, talking about this guy. Yeah, I feel you there. I was kind of bummed when I found out Will moved so far away. I can't blame him though. Got to go where the opportunities are. Right on. But he still has a place here in PA, in the sense like he's got all of his mushroom people that welcome him. Any day of the week after 6 p.m. is good. Okay. There's a lot of DJs on YouTube, but none of them are doing it while cultivating. That's right. So there we are. Consider it a mushroom cultivating DJ. I don't know. We'll come up with something a little more catchier than that when the time comes. But that's something I'd like to do. I would totally attend a Mr. Jeff mushroom themed art class. Hell yeah. Thank you. And Bob Ross is the man. Yes. Very inspiring. His chillness. That voice, just calming, relaxing. Philly Golden Teacher is going to be at MYCOFEST? Yes. Although he may be incognito, he may be undercover, because I know he's not trying to put himself out there necessarily. So yeah, you're not going to, I don't think he's doing any talk or any class, but he'll be floating around. He'll be there. That's the word on the street. But for protection, his sake, I'm not going to be pointing him out to anybody. But I can say this, I got to share this before I leave. All right, I'm going to wrap things up with this little anecdote, this little story. This was last year's MYCOFEST. You know, I've been following Philly Golden Teacher on YouTube for a while. He's helped me out, right? I've learned from his channel. And very impressed by what he's done with his YouTubing. I mean, he's a successful YouTuber as much as he's been a successful home mycologist. He is a successful YouTuber too. So we got to give him credit there too. But I was at MYCOFEST walking around, and I forget how we bumped into each other, but it was just in small conversation. It may have been when it was raining and we stood under a tree together, if I recall, to stay out of the rain. And I was telling him, I think I mentioned to him that, yeah, I do YouTubing, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, I do too. And he said, or when he mentioned that, I said, yeah, really? What's your channel? And when he said his channel's name, I think I like stumbled backwards like 3 feet or so. Like I did a little, now I got to flip the camera around so you guys can see this goofiness. But I was like, as soon as he said, yeah, my channel, Philly Golden Teacher. And I'm like, what? Whoa. Like, I mean, I exaggerated myself, but I was really taken aback by the fact that, wait a minute, I'm talking to Philly Golden Teacher right next to me this whole time and didn't know it. So since then, we've been in touch sporadically, but me getting to go out there and go on a mushroom hunt in the woods with him at a state park and hanging out with him for a day. We went out to eat and stuff. Great time, great gentleman. And I look forward to seeing him again and see if we can actually do another video. And since it's me at MYCOFEST with no editing, I might just say, let's go for a walk in the woods like I am holding the microphone, and let's go. Maybe I have another person hold a camera and just go non-edited and just film it and then upload it as a premiere and then talk about it live, kind of like my mushroom chemistry videos. So all that being said, appreciate you jumping on here, Shroom Day, and anyone else that visited this live. But that's kind of where we are. We're kind of putting a little timestamp with these lives because you can see and feel where Mr. Jeff is in this journey, both with mushrooms and with the YouTube channel. That's where we are. This is summer 2024. I've been working 2 jobs. Had to get some new rubbers on this truck. And with the last paycheck just got, we're about to get some brakes done on this thing. So got to keep this truck alive or I ain't going to work. And I ain't going to be able to hop around and do all these events and stuff. And you know what? Speaking of events, I haven't done a single mushroom hunting foray event this year yet. That doesn't mean we ain't going to have any. But right now the focus is getting my truck ready so I can hit the road and go to MYCOFEST. And just get things paid off. Get a mushroom cultivation thing going on. Then I'll be back in the woods finding wild mushrooms and such and doing all these crazy things like we used to do. So appreciate you guys. On that note, thanks for watching. And till next time, peace. Now, how do I turn this camera off?